Hey friends, welcome back to the channel and another video. My name is Dr. Caroline, a practicing board-certified family medicine physician. And in this channel, we talk a lot about physician workflow, productivity, and compensation. And we hopefully try to do all of this in the most manageable and sustainable manner. So if that sounds interesting to you, definitely make sure to check out my other videos if you haven't already. In today's video, I wanted to talk about a topic that probably not many people talk about, and that is emotions in billing and coding and how this affects productivity and essentially revenue. One of the things I try to do in these videos and even in our primary care productivity program is highlight the different areas that affect productivity and help you take advantage of those in order to maximize your productivity and income. There's all the obvious things like patient volume, etc., but we can't forget about some of these less obvious areas that do also make a big impact on our productivity and essentially our income. So a few months ago, probably about 3 or 4 months ago, I posted a shorts video giving a sneak peek on one of our most popular documents in our primary care productivity program. This document talks about how to actually bill more level 5s. This short video got quite a few views and it got me thinking about creating a video like this on emotions in billing and coding. In the shorts video, I mentioned that many providers very likely don't bill much, if any, level 5s. The level 5 level of service seems so far out of reach for many providers, and that can be for several different reasons. And we're not necessarily going to touch on all of these different reasons, but I did want to talk about a couple of them. One of the most common ones that I hear, and that could be from my own colleagues, but also from clients of the primary care productivity program, is fear of a targeted audit. Now, we all get audits no matter what, but some physicians have this fear of essentially falling as an outlier. So my comment on this is as follows, and I suppose I'll first pose a question. When you are deciding on whether to bill a level 2 or a level 3 or a level 4, what are you basing that on? Are you following some sort of guideline? How are you deciding to choose those different levels of service? In other words, you choose to bill at a particular level of service based on the complexity of the case that you've managed, right? And so if you've managed a high complexity case, which I know we all do get those sort of cases, why is it difficult to bill a level 5? If the case looks like and walks like a level 5 and your documentation supports a level 5 type of service, then why should you fear billing at that particular level of service? The only reason you should fear billing anything that isn't what the case looks like and what your documentation supports is if the case in fact doesn't look like that and your documentation does not support it, which is how the process should be, whether you choose to bill at a level 2, or 3, or 4, or whatever else. You should be able to back yourself up no matter what. No matter the level of service you bill, you should be able to back yourself up based on the complexity of the case and the documentation. It is truly as simple as that. And so the question becomes, is the problem that there isn't enough understanding on what it takes to bill a level 5? In our primary care productivity program, we of course go through all of the different levels of service, but we especially break down how to actually bill more level 5s so that there is no confusion for you. My goal is to help you understand this as best as possible so that when you do encounter these cases, it doesn't seem so foreign to bill a level 5. Because if you are dodging billing level 5s, you are in fact willingly leaving money on the table. We want to try to help you avoid that as much as possible. And so if you're interested in joining our primary care productivity program, definitely check out the link to our website below where you can also apply to work with us. All right, so we've just touched on a common reason why some physicians might not bill at level 5s. But I also know that there are some physicians that don't bill high in general, so I'm talking about even their level 4s are pretty slim due to the same fear of a possible targeted audit. Again, my comment and opinion on this is exactly the same as I've just stated earlier. What are you basing any level of service on? Stick to that throughout. The other common reason I've heard a few times is that some physicians don't want to bill high in general because they don't want their patients to somehow end up with the bill. And I can completely understand this sentiment. None of us want our patients to end up with the bill. Our hope is always that insurance can cover for the services that we provide. And there's so much to this sentiment that I may not be able to dissect it to the fullest, but just to keep it straightforward and keeping with the focus of productivity, if you practice in an RVU model or any productivity model where your pay is fully or partially based on productivity or performance, this sort of sentiment unfortunately will hurt you, particularly if you care about being compensated for the work that you do. I am very much aware that not every provider cares about these things, about higher productivity, higher compensation and such, and that's completely fine. But if you do, harboring these sorts of sentiments will hurt you. My suggestion, as always, is if you are providing the necessary and appropriate services to your patients and your documentation fully supports a particular level of service, there should never be a fear of coding and billing appropriately if you are in fact doing the right thing. I hope that makes sense. Billing and coding is the largest section in our primary care productivity program because there's so much that goes into it, as we can see. Billing and coding is one of those areas that if you are not proficient in, your productivity and compensation will suffer. No matter how many patients you see, no matter how great everything else may be, proficiency in billing and coding is a requirement to truly maximize productivity and income. And I'd love to help you if that is an area that you struggle with. All right, friends, I hope this video was interesting to you. If it was and you'd like to see more content like this, definitely consider subscribing, as I will continue to post videos like this, doing my best to help primary care physicians maximize productivity and income without overworking, becoming overwhelmed, or risk falling into burnout. If you are truly ready to take charge of your work and learn how to strategically maximize productivity and break through your income ceiling, then certainly check out the website to our primary care productivity program using the link below, where you can also apply to work with us. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and share this video with your colleagues. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.